Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Not Your Parents' Accountant. I hope that you are doing well, and I hope that you're ready to learn a little something. So, today we're going to be talking about 3 myths about preparing your business for tax season. So if you're new to me, I am Jermeen. I'm the owner and founder of Visionary Accounting Group. We specialize in streamlining the back office as well as audit preparation for nonprofit organizations and growth stage startups. So let's just jump into today's topic. So as you probably know, I've been talking a lot about getting your business ready for tax season and why it's imperative not to wait until the last minute, right? So let's talk about the first myth. And the first myth is that you can wait until the last minute to get prepared. And when I say the last minute, I've had people contacting me the very first week of April when tax day is April 15th, right? So that's super late. You have to make sure that, you have to make sure that you are giving yourself enough time to make sure, 1, your accounting is in order. 2, you've gone through and maximized your tax savings as best as you could, which also in tandem will then minimize your liability as best you could. And also, you want to beat the scammers. And I'm not joking. In the last couple of years, there have been so many data breaches where social security numbers and addresses and personal and private information have been stolen. And so if you wait to the last minute, you do gamble or play with the risk that someone else who may have your information will file taxes in your name before you. So one of the things that the IRS does suggest is filing early so you don't have to worry about that. You beat the scammers to the punch. And then the other thing is, if you start early, if you get prepared, where you have enough time to do it slowly, you minimize stress, you minimize the feeling of overwhelm, and you don't have to dedicate so much of your time at one point in time on taxes. You can kind of spread the process across instead of having to dedicate so much time solely to the tax process. So that's the first myth we're busting, that you can wait until the last minute. The second myth that we're busting is that accounting is only needed to help you prepare your taxes and can be done at year end. Where they do that at? You need to be managing your accounting all year long. I have said this plenty of times, but getting your accounting in order is not only helpful for tax season, but it's helpful to manage and measure your business performance and your financial performance. If you are only looking at your finances or getting them organized at year end, you're already behind the 8 ball. If there was something that you could have done to make more income, to reduce your expenses, to maximize your tax savings, like you've missed those opportunities because you waited to the last minute to review your books and to get them organized. Not only that, but now you're waiting until the last minute and looking at your books at year end. So if there were any mistakes or errors made, we now have to hurry up and figure out how to, 1, fix those errors at the last minute and hope that they aren't detrimental to your business and that they didn't go on too long, and then hope that we can clean it up. I had a client one year that came to me at the end of the year. She wanted her accounting cleaned up so that she could file her taxes. And as we were going through her transactions, there was one transaction that was reoccurring every month. It wasn't the same, but based off of the description, you could tell that it was the same transaction, but pretty much someone was writing checks to themselves for a similar amount, changing maybe $1 here, change here, nothing significant. And as we were going through and I'm asking, like, what are these checks for? She had no clue, and come to find out it was fraudulent. But had we looked at her finances monthly, right, she would have caught that the months ago. So for example, I'm catching it in December, but had we been looking at, let's say, January's numbers, it'd be like, wait, I didn't authorize this check this month. And then this person wouldn't have been able to write checks to themselves February through December. So definitely important to make sure that you are looking at your numbers on a consistent basis and that you are not only looking at it at the end of the year, because I can guarantee you, if you are only looking at the end of the year, you are not operating or maximizing your business performance, and you are not optimizing, I'm sure, however you're managing your finances, and you are either missing out on money, you're wasting money, and you don't have the actionable or the correct data to even make certain business decisions or to operate your business. So that second myth that we're busting is that accounting is only for tax season and that you can do it at the end of the year. That is an absolute no-no. The third and final myth that we're busting is that you can DIY. Is that you can DIY your tax plan and prepare your taxes yourself. If you're, an individual, you're not a business owner, you have a W-2, you don't own a home, you don't have children, and it is just straightforward and that's it, then maybe you can do your taxes yourself because there's not much going on. But once you become a business owner and you add certain things into the mix, your finances become more complex and you need to work with a professional. And getting your taxes filed is not the same as getting a tax plan. A tax plan is outlined for you, and it definitely goes into detail about how you can maximize your tax savings, what you need to do in order to do those, to maximize your tax savings, what is you need to expect or what you can possibly expect depending on how tax laws are changing and moving, and where you need to move money, when you need to move that money. Do you need to open up a retirement account, or should you put more money in a certain retirement account? Should you move money from here to there? It's very detailed, and it is in addition to having your taxes filed. And so if you are a business owner and you're looking for a tax plan, you want to know how you can minimize your tax liability, you want to know where the loopholes are to legally save money, you need a tax plan. And you can only get that if you're working with a professional, because 9 times out of 10, I can bet you don't know how to prepare one. And when you prepare your taxes, your tax professional is not required, and most of them don't give you a tax plan. You might get some tips here and there about, oh, you didn't do this year, you might want to consider doing that next year. But I know when my clients work with me, when we come up with a tax plan, it's very detailed, it's on paper, it's documented, and then we use that to check in monthly or quarterly, depending on what we agreed upon, to make sure that, is this still applicable? Does this still work for you? Is there something you need to change, add, tweak, whatever the case may be? So don't get caught up in thinking, oh, I can do it myself, especially with how the tax laws have changed. There are certain things that were applicable to business owners that are not now. There are certain things that you may have been able to deduct previously that you cannot deduct now. So you need to work with someone who is well-versed in your industry, who is well-versed with the tax laws, who knows what's happening, so that you can make sure that you are getting the most bang for your buck. I like that saying. And so that's why it's super important to work with the right professional. And if you believed any of these myths, then that's why I created the Tax Time Tune-Up, honestly, because there are so many business owners that are walking around here believing everything that they read on Google or YouTube, or misinterpreting that information, and then they're using that to make business decisions which are not either applicable to their businesses or wouldn't work for them, which can then be detrimental, right? And we don't want that. We want you to make more money. We want you to save more money. And we want you to only pay what you have to as it relates to taxes. And so as we are in the fourth quarter and we're inching closer and closer to January, where things will pick up and be crazy, I wanted to provide a solution that you could use now to start preparing you for tax season. And that's what the Tax Time Tune-Up is for. And if you get on my calendar by the end of the day today, and by the end of the day today, I mean 11:59 p.m., you are able to get a free tax planning session where we will walk through your prior year's taxes, what you can expect for this year, and come up with a tax plan so that you can maximize your tax savings for 2020. But again, the free tax planning session is only available to those who book the service by the end of the day today. Other than that, the Tax Time Tune-Up also includes getting your accounting cleaned up. So from the beginning of the year until through now, and then of course taking you through the end of the year, getting you all cleaned up, making sure that you are all set up for your tax your tax return to be prepared and filed. And then as we get into the new year, then going ahead and getting your taxes prepared and filed for you, looking for any areas where we can save. Also making sure that any estimated taxes that have to be paid, getting you set up on that. If you require a payment plan, helping you with that as well. If you want more information in regards to what that looks like, please, I invite you to schedule a consult with me. The link is in my bio. You can head to bit.ly/taxtimetune-up where we can jump on a call. Quick call, 15 minutes, and just discuss whether or not this offer would work for you. But like I said, if you haven't touched your accounting all year, or if your accounting is behind, then you need it, okay? And we need to make sure that you are ready to ease your way into tax season so that you aren't stressed or overwhelmed. That is it for this video. I just wanted to walk through what some myths that I've heard floating around from different business owners and things that I've encountered myself. Again, that's 3 myths that I busted in regards to preparing your business to tax time, and that's that you can wait until the last minute. Wrong. That accounting is only for tax season and you can do it at the end of the year. Another negative. And that you can DIY your tax plan and prepare your own taxes. Nope. Don't do it to yourself. Work with a professional who can make sure that things are done timely, accurately, and take away that headache, that stress, and that overwhelm for you. If you have any questions in regards to what this service includes, what you can expect, anything like that as it relates to the Tax Time Tune-Up, please don't hesitate to DM me. I do respond. And if you don't have any questions or you want to go ahead and just jump and get on a call, like I said, the link is in my bio, or you can just head to bit.ly/taxtimetune-up for a free consultation, and we can talk about whether or not it's a great fit for you. I will see you guys in the next Not Your Parents Accountant video.